So I quickly realized why I just don't do makeup on myself anymore.
To the salon!
This is my third time filming this intro. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a get ready with me style video. I know you guys are like, wait, he does makeup? I do makeup. I do. I don't do it on myself as much anymore. I literally cleaned off my brushes from like 5 years ago. These are the Makeup by Ariel brushes. These came from the archives, y'all. These were not cheap. Let's just get into it. So I do model. I do makeup for photo shoots. That's like a given. So these are like my little hacks. I really have always loved the Sephora collection eye patches. I feel like they like do something within the 5-minute time span. They are 96% of natural origin, so they're pretty good ingredients too. Yeah, I do these every single time. Literally wait maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, not even 5 minutes. And your under eye will look snatched. Now, these are the puffing cucumber ones. They're the only ones I tried. I like to put them in the fridge too, to kind of like let them cool. So while we wait for those to dry, I'm just gonna set everything out. But no, y'all, this is actually insane. Like, the first time I ever witnessed makeup was with my grandma. She used to sing, so she used to do her makeup before shows. And then she also used to do makeup every day when she woke up. I just remember literally her stumping on like stupid amount of powder with the powder puff. Like, that lady was using powder puff for everything before it was like a thing. There's my Westman bronzer. I lost my bronzer, but you can't see, y'all, I'm sweating because I was looking that hard for my bronzer. It doesn't exist anymore. Here I have the deepest shade of the Say cream bronzer. Now this bronzer is like old. It's old for one. I swatched it a little bit and I'm hoping, since I have a tan now, it won't look crazy. This is when I was ordering my gratis shade. Like, I used to just like buy makeup in hopes to become a makeup artist. We're just gonna use that. It's pretty much gonna be an underpainting technique. I feel like the main star of this video is going to be this blush. But the actual look that I'm trying to recreate is this. Sun-kissed and blushed. Pretty pink lip, very sultry eyes, bronze to the gods. I'm also gonna try out a nose contour today. The thing about my nose, it doesn't really take contour very well, so I am a little scared about that one. And I do think he uses an underpainting technique because he does do bronzer first and then he goes in with the concealer. This look isn't gonna take a long time if you have exactly what you need. Today we went to Sephora and I picked up the eye mask. I also picked up this blackhead remover. I don't know if y'all know this, but Sephora still has these and you can't find these anywhere. Back in 2010, everybody was ripping their pores out. They didn't care about the sebaceous filaments. They didn't care about the protective shell over it. So I wanted to see if these work, maybe later. I also got 2 samples. I got 2 samples of 2 Danessa Myricks products because in the video, he used a like kind of like eyelid glaze. So this is their color fix in the shade Clear. It comes in this cute little sample. I asked the employees and they're so helpful and giving. And then I also got this exciting product right here. I've been meaning to try it. It's the Danessa Myricks Water Powder Serum. And it just gives you that like blur that just like is so lightweight and so easy to put on. So I've been wanting to try that too. Then lastly, I got these 2 Huda Beauty products. Now, I do not use the Huda Beauty concealer anymore, if y'all knew that. If y'all knew, I used to like stand by that concealer, but I feel like as I've gotten older, it's definitely not aged with me. Maybe I'm just like putting on too much, and then I also feel like it accentuates texture since I am a little bit older and I am wearing makeup. So I got this color corrector because I, for some reason, feel like I have crazy dark circles. In the shade Pink Pomelo. I do love that the Huda Beauty color correctors come in minis because I don't really need a lot. He used it under the eye for the model, maybe for my blemishes too, because I don't know if y'all know this, but since I've been in the industry since like 2021, I've gotten a lot of people coming in store for color correction. Color correction was actually one of the first things that I've had to help a client out with ever being on the floor, ever in Sephora. This is before the devices, like for that to be your first thing you gotta do, scary. But you know what? I pushed through and I did it. Since we're in the beginning of the makeup tutorial still, I am gonna be just experimenting a little bit. This is the Fenty Heat Lip Plumper. I'm just gonna pop her on because we want the lips to be plump and kind of like really juicy and pink. And I like that this one's a little bit brown, so makes your lips look fuller. It'll probably be wiped off by the end of the tutorial, but I just wanted to do it. And then I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks water powder serum. Now, I do want to speak a little bit on the entire like Patrick Ta Painted by Esther situation. In the beauty community, we need to practice ignorance more. Like people like you know who still being not just Patrick Ta but other male beauty influencers. I don't even want to say their names because it's like we just don't need to address them. Like if we're not satisfied with someone, every single Patrick Ta release has literally been controversy. The foundations, he didn't pay Jules. She promoted it literally during the height of her career. I feel like people just need to like ignore more. I mean, if it's not the content that you want to consume, why are we consuming it? I literally got this concealer a literal week before his controversy. At the end of the day, he's like a makeup artist from LA. So it's like, you can't really put your own morals onto someone that you know that they don't have any. It doesn't make sense to like idolize these people and then just like try to tear them down. It's just at that point, just don't even listen to them. They shouldn't even be in your orbit, because one thing that I know, being in the beauty industry literally, it's helping him. He's making more sales because of this. Like y'all are like doing all this over it. It's sad, but we're gonna forget about it in like a month for his next launch and then be surprised again that there's controversy, you know? So unless you want there to be real change, like you need to start consuming what you want and stop consuming what you don't, period. Painted by Esther, yes, she's a trailblazer. She's been doing it for so long. Girl, I was sitting here figuring out ways to like blend my blush, but I called it a couple years back Candy Muses. Like Candy Muse was my inspiration. And that was like right when Painted by Esther was first getting on the scene. So it's like, I think we sometimes forget that makeup is math. You can do makeup, you can find different ways to do makeup and get the same result. That's what I don't think people are understanding. Now, obviously this bronzer isn't my choice bronzer, and I do have to be very, very like gentle with it. As you can see, it's very dark. But yeah, like obviously just credit Painted by Esther. Like that's really all you had to do. But it's also like, y'all, can we not just like help by supporting Esther and supporting everything she's doing and all the attention that we're giving to this man? Why aren't we like lifting the Black woman up in the situation and like making sure that she has a staple in the beauty community and she can't be, you know, knocked down by corporations? Genuinely, it's like, it's insane. Like we're still talking about these same influencers that are doing these horrible things to people and thinking these horrible things about people, but we're not lifting up the people that are actually doing the work, actually in the field, getting in the paint. I think a renaissance is coming with beauty, and I do think that like it can change. It just has to, the consumer, us, we just have to realize that we have more power than we think. And that's all I really want to speak up on it. Like I don't want to like beat a dead horse. Like it's been a week since the whole thing went down. So I think this side, comparatively from what it looked like before, I think this looks pretty good. Now with bronzer, my general rule of thumb, I always follow the top of the ear line. I feel like that's always been what I do. And right now I'm using the same brush with it, and this does blend out. This is a pretty bronzer, and it's not really that, como se dice, stark of a difference. So what he did with this guy's nose, he pretty much just see all this product, the excess product on the brush. Make sure you're doing that, just like blending it out with your hand, because sometimes you can be a little bit heavy-handed and then it just looks crazy. But I just need to like blend it out. I'm gonna blend out this side just to kind of get a little bit of more bronze. Yo, I haven't done makeup in so long. I do makeup in store, and sometimes I even feel working in skincare, because I do work for a skincare brand. I do feel like I don't do makeup as much as I did, so like maybe I'm losing my skill. It's kind of like music. You can't really ever lose that talent, I guess, in a way. For example, I need to blend this out. I'm gonna just like powder puff it. See, this is why I don't try freaking nose contour. I am starting to realize that now I might have to start using brow products. Like the brow products are kind of crazy to skip, and I'm just gonna brush them. I feel like whenever I fill in my brows, they look unnatural. They look crazy. They look blacker than they're supposed to be, which my hair is already pretty dark itself. Now a little Vaseline right here, my little trick. Now be careful because Vaseline does take away makeup. I do sometimes put it in my brows, but today I'm gonna put it in my facial hair. That helps the hair stay down. Basically being in Sephora, mama, the men are in Sephora. There was literally a straight guy in Sephora the other day, and he was doing research for a brand, doing like a startup moment. He told me that his target audience was people that go to the gym, and like what type of products do they use, athletes that like do makeup before things. I'm like, I've had a lot of that interaction already. With color corrector though, I have a very, very light hand. I was just watching Jackie Aina's makeup tutorial just to get a little bit of like feel on doing a get ready with me. Let's get into it a little bit later, but even her coming into the situation, it's like, it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever she had to say, if it didn't pertain to protecting Esther, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But I still love Jackie, and I still watch her stuff. She taught us to always set things, and I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I want the least amount of powder on my face as possible. So I feel like with the color corrector today, I'm really just gonna be focusing on blending it out and not putting too much on. If you're not wearing a full face, I wouldn't set in between steps. I would just apply a little bit and make sure it blends out, if that makes sense. I really do like this brush. It's the A14, and it really does a good job at like blending out. So yeah, a little bit of color corrector. I feel like my eyes are super snatched from the depuffing, so they're pretty much just one flat surface. Sadly, I do have to go in with this concealer. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna ever support Patrick Ta ever again. This is actually my first, this is my first product I ever bought from him. And it might be my last, but I actually do enjoy working with his products in store, and I do sell them. So I would be a hypocrite. And a lot of people on the internet right now are hypocrites. But it's also like, why does this freaking concealer smell like maple syrup? I don't understand it. Like, one, I don't really like the maple syrup smell. It reminds me of like childhood elementary school breakfast. But let me make sure I'm doing these in the right steps. With concealer to powder, people don't realize that you have to do it in conjunction. To me at least. If I'm going to go in with concealer, I need to set it 2 seconds later. So you're gonna have to have your powder on the side, ready to go. You're gonna need your powder puff on the side, ready to go. You're gonna need your hand to dab off that excess powder, ready to go. And then let me make sure that I'm doing these steps right. In this video, he actually doesn't even use concealer. He uses the Huda Beauty skin tint, but he places it in these very like specific areas, and then he blends it out with like a little kind of kabuki brush. That makes sense, kind of like this, something straight and fluffy, and he just goes like swipes it. Like it's a really cool technique that I actually kind of want to watch right now. As I'm literally on his social media looking at what he's doing and like trying to implicate that, and that's really literally what makeup is all about, y'all. It's, you can do it any way you want to, but you can get the same result. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of this. Now I've literally been wearing less and less concealer every day. Now the Patrick Ta concealer says that if you wait to set it, it'll give you more coverage. I don't know if I believe that like it's just a Patrick Ta thing, but it definitely is how I like to do my makeup. I am gonna be doing a little bit right here just for like a little bit of a cat eye effect, and then I'm just gonna go in and kind of cover whatever blemishes I do have on my face. And you kind of look like this. And I'm gonna kind of use that technique that he used. The amount of shine that he has in the video and the amount of shine that I have right now, they do coincide. So I don't think powder is gonna be really necessary, but I am gonna wear it a little bit, just so it kind of sets in place, because with concealer, you do not want it to crease. But yeah, this is literally a no foundation makeup tutorial. Like, Guys can follow with this. Like I said, guys are more and more in Sephora. They're either coming in with their girlfriends, buying things for their girlfriends or their moms. Like, I feel like I interact with more guys at Sephora now. They're door dashing, they're doing the door dashes. So this is for everyone. Guys are literally like every day I feel like are looking prettier than us, the gays. Y'all really like taking care of yourself, which is it's a beautiful thing to see. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like makeup is also becoming a little bit more accessible and more like real for everyone. It's just like, girl, get over yourself. We're all doing it. I'm gonna be setting with the fluffy brush, the same fluffy brush that I just was using. I'm gonna set with that, and then I'm gonna go on with my powder puff. I just basically don't wanna like overload the skin with too much powder, and then it like freaks out on me, you know? But, okay, this is what it looks like now. So the powder that I did, I feel like it's not gonna do anything. Like the powder that I just applied, that shit isn't gonna, like, mama, that shit ain't gonna set. I mean, it might last me like an hour or two, but we're going to a wedding, mama. Like, I gotta be able to wear this shit. So I'm gonna go in with the little powder puff just to kind of make everything more uniform. That might take away a lot of the shine. Don't worry, we're gonna add it back in. Now, the thing about the Shannon J.J. Williams makeup artist, he works with a lot of creams. So I saw him actually put creams on top of powders. I am a little bit scared of that. So then the next step is going to be the blush. I had to go to 2 different Sephoras to find this shade. It's the Huda Beauty Blush Filter Icy Nude in shade Coco Loco. Now, I think someone told me that it was on sale recently, and I'm actually mad I didn't get it on sale. The makeup artist made me fall in love with this blush shade. Mind you, he already has some pink on his cheek, so I do feel like there is a blush that he isn't showing that he used. Or it might just be the model's natural blush. But he went 1, 2, 3. Not as aesthetic, but I am gonna blend it out with this. Yes, with this blush brush from Morphe. Now I think I do have to work fast because these do dry down quickly. It's a pretty brown shade. This is what's giving you the sun-kissed kind of look, that feel. So pretty. I think I'm gonna apply more. Now I am actually mad though, because it looks like he put on another blush. And I know you're not gonna like say everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna like give all your secrets away, but at least give us the product list, mama. If I look at myself. And then I also want to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow because it looks like he just went in a little bit with this like bronzy eyeshadow. So I think I'm just gonna try the blush. And I'm gonna do it one at a time. I'm not gonna do it all at once like he did. I'll do one right there and then blend that out. Like it looks scary, but once you blend it out, it's so pretty. Even when it comes to like the mask gay and femme gay conversation, it's like, I've been on both sides. Now what? Now what?
So?
No, I'm saying
What now?
I mean, it's not specific.
Gays, I feel like, are just too caught up in the fact that like it's their own world, when in reality, we're just gay to some. Like we're just gay to people. Like people just see us as one. You know what I'm saying? To an extent, like I'm not perfect. Like I've struggled with whether I want to be mask or femme or like. But also I realized like I just. The more I do this, I just realize I want to be me. Like I just want to be myself in a way, and I don't want to like whatever that means. Like I don't want to hold that back. So whatever I'm feeling in the moment, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not about to like change myself for anybody, let alone a gay. Either way, you're gonna think what you think, and that's just that on that. I feel like I'm in like a baddies confessional. You're just gonna think what you think, and that's just that on that. And Horton here's a hue, but you cannot even do. I do feel like he's wearing a little bit of, like, is he wearing a little bit of mascara? So I am gonna take this Gucci mascara and I'm gonna put it at the ends. Or no. I feel like the Fenty does a good job at the ends of the lashes, but I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, I'm gonna try the Fenty. I love you, Rihanna. I love the innovation, but the fact that this mascara doesn't stand, or at least stand like this. Getting yourself one of these. It came in a pack of like mascara ones. Basically the stuff that they have at Sephora. like the little disposables. Like having this on hand, it's so helpful to like personal use makeup, but then also like makeup artistry makeup. I'm just basically separating the lashes, making them look super natural looking, but still have that like mascara effect. Let's talk about the failed makeup brands. This is Gwen Stefani's makeup brand, Give. And this is the Can't Stop Staring mascara. Mama, doesn't exist anymore. Like this product is really good too because of they called it the penis applicator, and it does a really good job at applying your bottom lashes. This mascara became viral at the same time that the brand was like on sale and failing and about to leave Sephora. And people were freaking out because they're like, oh, I can never get it again. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't exist anymore. Some of the designer makeup back in the day was just made in China. And Marc Jacobs Beauty is actually coming back, and I'm actually really excited about that because he's always the fan of color, to play with all that stuff. So I'm excited for that. I always loved his like packaging of his fragrance bottles, so that's really exciting too. But yeah, I basically just put on and took off mascara for the past 10 minutes. The face is looking nice. The face is looking really like good dewy. I feel like it could look more natural and more dewy though. So we are gonna go in with our Say Gel. Now this product is a little bit of like a whirlwind. It's a primer, it's a highlighter, and it's a, I guess, a topper. It's a cream kind of liquid gel. It's a gel though. Like if you think about it, stuff like this doesn't really sit well with certain types of makeup. So technically it can really be like super detrimental to some types of makeup. I never really felt like the gel consistency made it feel or look bad. I feel like I need to like rub it on top of my hand and then pick it up from there. But I'm gonna be using like this dense kind of fluffy brush amount, and I'm just rolling. So this is gonna kind of like not pick up the makeup that's already there. With the natural makeup, sometimes it doesn't really resonate with the full glam type of makeup these days. So it's just a natural thing that happens. But Merit too, I feel like has a lot of like oils, and it's just clean beauty. Like they're gonna be using more organic products that don't really match well with the inorganic products. But I do really like the Say Glowy Gel. They have it in different shades too, which I like. But in a way, I'm kind of just like setting the face with highlighter. That makes sense. So bringing that natural skin back in the game. I am gonna do a little bit, his lips are pretty pink. So I am gonna do a little bit of resetting with the lips. I had the Rhode lip color in shade Ribbon. I don't know where it is now. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this glowy glow gel niacinamide flush from Glow Recipe, and I'm going to pop on a little of my regular lip balm. It's Carmex, sadly. People always look at me crazy when I pull this out, but mama, it works, and I can get it at a gas station. So argue with your mama. I do have the Mini Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I do have it in the, I guess, dewy version. So it's like the dewy dew. My best friend has been using the black version for the longest, but I feel like this one has a little bit of better ingredients. And after that, I think I'm just gonna take some Say Glowy Gel on the body. I have this Fenty Diamond Balm too, so I think I'm gonna use a little bit of that. I have the gold shade. Now with these Fenty Diamond Balms, I have both of these shades. Literally just shaved off the first layer and it worked. And mama, I had a brand new highlighter before my eyes. But like, now, it's a brand new highlighter. Before I go, and kind of get the whole rest of the look going, let me put my gloss on my lid. He uses the Mecca Cosmetics gloss. I don't want to put too much on. And I might even take some of it into my brow, because this kind of does a T job at, I feel like it would do a T job at laying my brow. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the brow and then go in with my, that's what I love about Danessa Meyer's products. Like you can literally use it for anything, and she knows that, but she can also like be money hungry and come out with a brow gel that feels the exact same as the Color Fix and Clear. but she probably won't, just because that's the whole point of her products, is that you can use them anywhere. But like, look at that. Fluffy brows and a glossy lid in the same go. Now, glossy lids do feel a little sticky, but I don't really feel that uncomfortableness with this product, but it's not too crazy. So, Danessa Myricks, you're the queen. Now that I'm a little bit more glowy, I do want to kind of increase that glow. So I'm gonna go in. Oh shit, it fell off. Fuck, my nozzle fell off. Okay. Now I do drench my face in this shit. We're gonna take our fan and then kind of fan ourselves off. I've learned that touching it kind of makes it worse. Are you guys? And this is the finished look. What do we do?
Doing good, bitch, I'm Gucci. Fly to Asia, he feeding me sushi.
I've been watching Love Island, and like the Bombshell look, that Bombshell like beauty. Maybe that's what I'm gonna call it, the Bombshell beauty. Sean is on my TV. Also Zach, if you ever want to come on the channel. But no, I literally love, like, this is kind of like that Bombshell look, but without being too much. Honestly, let me try to like take a picture, see how I feel. See if I feel myself. Like, I do feel like I actually followed the tutorial really well.
Wow.
For today's video, let me know if y'all like, comment, subscribe, comment the donut emoji if you made it this far. Here's some more get ready with me. I'm sure I'm gonna be doing one for my sister's wedding, so that's gonna be on the way. That whole vlog will be on the way soon. I want to get my video to the point where I can be hyped, so y'all can hype my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Good damn bye. I'm filming a Love Island intro right now, like.